I'm sorry.
Like to
Okay.
listen about the operation, and I hope you will enjoy his talk. And I request that the talk not take over the
So good afternoon, everyone. First of all, ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ் எல்லாரும் வந்ததுக்கு. மாற்றி I'll speak in English as well as in Tamil. மேஜர் சுந்தரராஜன் நினச்சிக்காதீங்க, பிகாஸ் ரெண்டு பக்கமும் ப்ரெஸ் இருக்காங்க. We want to pass on the message, அவ்வளவுதான். The press has always been friendly with us, and I'd like to officially thank all of you for having been here. Now, எதுக்காக இப்போ இன்னைக்கு கூப்பிட்டுருக்கோம்னா, you all know that கடந்த ஒரு 20 years endoscopic surgery, that is எந்த ஒரு ஆப்ரேஷன், அது மண்டையில் இருக்கலாம், தொண்டையில் இருக்கலாம், வயிற்றில் இருக்கலாம், எங்கே இருந்தாலும் அறுத்து ஆப்ரேஷன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு பதிலாக ஒரு சின்ன ஓட்டையை போட்டு ஆப்ரேஷன் பண்ணால் அது நல்லதுங்கிறது எந்தவித ஒரு without any burden of controversy, it's been proved completely that endoscopic surgery or making small holes is much better than cutting somebody open. For example, they will say you're going to have an accident. You have to have an accident with a cycle, or you have to have an accident with a lorry. You will choose a cycle or you will choose a lorry. Naturally, you will choose a cycle, right? So, just can you get into the chair for Akbar? So you tend to choose a cycle rather than a lorry. Endoscopic surgery, somebody has to have a gallbladder removed or appendix removed. No longer do people cut across the belly. 6 மாசம் ஆகும் சரியாகிறதுக்கு. Now we get it out and people walk off within a day or two. So that has been happening for the last 20 years. Now, this endoscopic surgery, in the press meeting oda principle enna, we are extending this endoscopic surgery to areas that are not inside the chest, inside the abdomen. உதாரணத்துக்கு thyroid ஒருத்தருக்கு இருக்கு, அல்லது more importantly today we are speaking about breast. In the last 1 or 2 years, we are doing more and more surgeries for the thyroid gland as well as for the breast through endoscopy. Let me quickly introduce my team. We have Dr. Akbar, head of the Department of Surgery, working with me. We have Dr. Jaykumar, senior consultant, and Dr. Anirudh, also senior consultant and joint managing director. So, this is a team that did the operation also. Instead of cutting somebody's breast and giving a scar, the breast is a very special area for a woman and defines femininity and defines womanhood. ஒரு ஓவரி போனால் கூட லேடிக்கு ரொம்ப கண்டுக்க மாட்டாங்க, ஆனால் ஒரு பிரெஸ்ட் போகிறது வந்து ஒரு பெரிய விஷயம். எந்த ஒரு கம்பராமாயணத்துலேயும் சூர்பனகாவுக்கு வந்து ஓவரி எடுத்துட்டாங்க, யூட்ரஸ் எடுத்துட்டாங்கன்னு சொல்லலை, பிரெஸ்ட்டை வெட்டிட்டாங்க தான் ராமாயணத்துலேயே போட்டு. லைக் தட், breast is a very special area, and we know that lot of studies have been done. ஒரு லேடிக்கு ஒரு ஸ்கார் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அந்த breast, it affects her mentally very badly. Now you know up to 20% of all women, and that is why this breast meet is important, up to 20% of all women have got a lump in the breast at some point of time or some cystic disease. They seek consultation for a breast lump. Today, breast cancer is the number 1 cancer in India. Until a few years ago, it used to be cancer of the cervix, but now cancer of the breast has overtaken breast cancer. Therefore, every woman feels when there's a breast lump, oh my gosh, is it cancer? Shall I have the breast lump removed? In 80 to 90% of the cases, it will not be a cancerous lump. There will be a big scar. A scar on the breast is like a scar on a woman's psyche, or a scar on her complete mindset. Now, today's press meet is we're going to show you how we're using the same endoscopic, laparoscopic techniques, but instead of using it in the belly, which we are doing every day anyway, we are using it for the breast. So breast lumps ke kuda, is it possible to remove a breast lump completely scarlessly? Woman should not even know, and more important, the husband or the boyfriend, if she's living with somebody, should not even feel that there's a scar. So if a breast lump is very close to the nipple, the central area, அது சுற்றியே ஒரு சின்ன வெட்டு போட்டு we will take it out. But many breast lumps are away from the areola and the nipple. So you have to make a cut. அந்த womanக்கு breastல ஒரு scar கோடு போட்டு தான் ஆகணும். இப்போ நாங்கள் என்ன சொல்கிறோம்? Leave the breast alone. No scar on the breast. We are saying come from the armpit, because the armpit has God has given us many lines in the armpit. Use those lines, make small holes in the armpit, ஆம்பிட்லேருந்து எண்டோஸ்கோப் போட்டு பூந்து அங்கேருந்து வந்து மேலே போனால் தைராய்டு எடுக்கலாம் கழுத்தில், கீழே போனால் breast எடுக்கலாம், breastல lump எடுக்கலாம். So that is what we have done. This is a 26-year-old lady or a 22-year-old lady, very young lady who did not want any scar on the abdomen, on the breast, and she was very keen on having a scarless surgery. So, and the breast lump was actually deep inside. So நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ணோம்னா, we have gone from the armpit into the plain area between the breast and the underlying muscle, then burrowed a tunnel through the breast, and we've removed the lump. So the lump is out, completely removed. The good news is it's not cancerous, and the very good news for the lady is she has no scar on the breast. About 10 days ago, 12 days ago, I did a similar case in Dubai, and it's locally it was talked about and reported, and now we've done this here. Now when we gave you all the press release, we looked around, and to our knowledge it was one of the first reported from India, but subsequently when we checked once before from Delhi, it has been reported a few years ago. So I would like to say we are the first locally in the city, first in the state, probably first in South India also, but one group in the north has done for a few patients and reported that a few years ago. We would like to acknowledge that also. We don't want to say anything that's not the truth. But still, today இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஒரு breast lump ஓட ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றது, நாளைக்கு in some of the American countries, North American countries like in Canada and in US and in Europe, ஒரு லேடிக்கு breast cancer இருந்தால் கூட அறுத்து அந்த breast எடுக்கிறது இல்லை, armpit வழியாவே அக்குள் வழியாவே they come inside, remove the whole breast cancer from that, put an implantable prosthesis, ஒரு prosthesis மாதிரி அவங்க கரெக்ட் சைஸ்க்கு ஏற்ற போல ஒரு prosthesis through the armpit we are able to put it. So when the lady goes out from the operating theatre, there is no scar. She comes with a breast, goes also with a breast, but there is no breast cancer. Now this is the future, and this is what we are going to now start. Now this lady especially, it's very important that breast cancer is picked up little later in Muslim patients, because our Muslim sisters are a little bit more conservative about showing the breast. This lady is a lady from West Bengal, is a Muslim patient, very conservative, obviously did not want a scar, and she allowed the tumor also to become a little larger, but luckily it was not cancerous and we removed it. Obviously we can't get her directly, we begged her to come here. She could not be here because she has a little baby, she's gone back. However, she has made a video of herself, and today we are lucky, she's coming directly on video conference as well, Skype. So those of you who know Bengali, you are most welcome to speak to her in Bengali. அவளும் நம்மள மாதிரி தான், ஹிந்தி கற்றுக்கக்கூடாது, இங்கிலீஷ் கற்றுக்கக்கூடாது, தமிழ் கற்றுக்கக்கூடாது, அவங்க பெங்காலி தான் தெரியும். அவங்களுக்கு யாராவது பெங்காலி தெரியும்னா அவங்ககிட்ட பேசலாம். So I believe that we should share common languages, whether it's English or what, but she knows only Bengali. So those of you we have got some people who know Bengali here with us. One doctor is here, so he will also speak to her. She will come on video conference. Now there was a single lady without a scar, the breast lump has been removed. We proved it's not cancer. Her life is very happy. We even tried to arrange for her to fly down, but instead she's doing a video conference. Guys, when is she on Skype? She's okay now? Or? She's all right? She's online? Oh great, so she's online. So I'm just going to show you, don't worry. The operation took us 45 minutes to 1 hour. We have a 3.5 minute video only, so I will not take any longer than that. This operation is known as, is it okay for me to stand? It's okay? It's called stealth surgery. Stealth means, I'll quickly run you through this presentation. See the video, you can talk to her. This is called stealth surgery. Stealth means, for those of you who don't know, Thambi, can you just sit down because the people in the back are. Stealth fighter in US, you cannot see the plane. That is, the plane will be flying, but it changes its colors according to the environment so that you cannot see it. அதாவது கண்ணிலே தெரியாத அளவுக்கு போகிறது பேர் தான் ஸ்டெல்த். ஆனால் அடிச்சுட்டு வந்துடும். ஸ்டெல்த் ஏர்கிராஃப்ட் கூகுள் பண்ண வரும். அதே போல் இப்போ ஸ்டெல்த் சர்ஜரி இருக்கணும். சைல்டு has got a lump in the neck. ஏன் கழுத்து அறுத்து லம்ப் பண்ணால் all the life the child will be walking around with a big scar in the neck. So this is the entire team that did it. Obviously it's not a single person's work. I'm just the most talkative of the lot. And everybody is here. Dr. Nabil is here. Dr. Sampath Kumar is here. The whole team is here. Next slide. So you can see left side நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா left and right, ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒரு தைராய்டு இருந்தால் இப்படி தான் அவங்க கழுத்து வெட்டி சங்க மாதிரி அடித்து தூக்கணும். ஆல் த லைஃப் யார் அவங்க மூஞ்ச பார்த்தாலும் அவங்க கழுத்து தான் பார்ப்பாங்க. சரன்னு கிடிச்சு போட்டிருக்கோம், ஹாரர் ஸ்டோரிஸில் வர்ற மாதிரி. நேச்சுரலி இப்போ நம்ம ஒருத்தர் பார்க்குறோம், we find a big scar, இப்படி தான் பார்ப்போம். We can avoid that. Whereas now we don't do it that way. We will also give you a paper. We have done the first 13 patients in the Indian subcontinent where we have gone through the mouth. From the mouth, பூந்து கீந்து உள்ளே போய் we remove the thyroid and come out through the mouth so that there is no scar. So technically difficult தான். ஆனால் வாய் வழியாக போய் தைராய்டு எடுத்துடலாம், அக்கிள் வழியாக போய் தைராய்டு எடுத்துடலாம். அது வந்து we have another very very unique patient like that tomorrow. It's okay, if that's going to take your time, you can take the online with her if you all have. Time. It takes about 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour. 45 minutes. But அது வந்து நம்ம ஓப்பன் பண்ணால் 5 நிமிஷம் 10 நிமிஷம் பண்ணிடலாம். பட் அந்த 35 நிமிஷம் நம்ம கொஞ்சம் முக்கிய பண்ணுறது பேஷண்ட். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இங்கே தைராய்டு கிளாண்ட் இருக்குது. டு ஆப்ரேட் ஓப்பன் தைராய்டு மே டேக் us 30-40 minutes. வாய் வழியாக பண்ணால் it will take us 2 hours. But imagine, finally when you take out the thyroid, you take out the thyroid through the mouth. There's no scar. That patient, all her life or all his life, when the people look at the patient's neck, there will not be a scar. So you can see that this is the kind of, you can go on to the next one. Now same thing, you can see a breast lump also. When you cut and take, there's a scar on the breast, and no woman likes to have a scar on the breast. That's so long, a scar on the breast. You're okay, you can see, Serena, you want Rajesh. All right. Next slide please. Now in the காலத்துல cosmesis is a very important part of surgery. But appendix வெடிச்சிருச்சுனா கூட somebody wants, you will find patients are struggling. I can't pay 5,000, 10,000, appendix is burst. But you'll find somebody is paying 50,000 for a nose to be tweaked this way or that way. Cosmesis, thanks to the industry, thanks to the cosmetic industry, white is better than black. Daily you go through the papers, fair girl wanted, fair boy wanted. Nobody says good person wanted. Cosmesis is so important. Therefore, stealth surgery is a very important part of advanced surgery. Endoscopy plus stealth na enna, that the second line is very important. Using endoscopic instruments, take a long route from the mouth you go down, or from the armpit you go down under the skin. So invisible scar, idukku peru da stealth surgery. So basically scarless surgery. Next slide. So target areas, what all can you remove? So we have done 13 cases of thyroid. We will give you, and we have sent it off for publication to the Indian Journal of Surgery. On the whichever paper we have sent for publication, we will share it with you. Parathyroid, we have done 1, we are doing 1 more tomorrow. And breast, we have now done 2. People can also do face and neck lesions. But enna portha varaikum, I think eventually almost all breast lumps will be done through this technique, and that is why it's important. 25 years ago, I remember 1997, 1996, when I did for a laparoscopic surgery, I remember telling everybody, I remember some people like Serena were there, look, you watch it. You will find everybody has only this in the future. And now it is true that everybody has only laparoscopic surgery. So also, endoscopic breast surgery is going to be the breast surgery of the future. Next slide. So, எப்படி நாங்க approach பண்ணுவோம்? You can approach through the armpit, அக்கல் வழியா போகலாம். அல்லது if there's a breast lump just under the nipple, you can go through the nipple itself. We can see this. Thyroid, you can go through the mouth, transorally. And others you can use umbilicus. We use the umbilicus, for example, vayithila irukra endha or operation, the God has given us one scar in the belly button. And the scar use panni we do all the operations. Next slide. So we are making use of new technology and new techniques to perform surgery via a subcutaneous approach. Subcutaneous is a big word. தோல் கடியிலே போய் எடுத்துருவோம், அவ்வளவுதான். Commonly performed surgeries: thyroidectomy, removal of the thyroid, removal of the parathyroid, breast lump. கீழே பாருங்க. Slowly, for cancers also, people are now doing endoscopically. Nobody has done so far in India. Even in the lumpectomy, only 2 teams have done. But I believe, considering it's the number 1 cancer in women, for every 8 to 14 women, depending on which study you look in India, 1 person is going to be coming across breast cancer, which to me is a chilling reminder of how common it has become. அவ்வளோ காமன் ஆயிடுச்சு. யூஎஸில் போனீங்கன்னா 8 to 10 லேடிஸ்க்கு ஒரு லேடிக்கு கேன்சர் breast வரும்போது. ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு அவங்க கழுத்து கம்ப்ளீட்டாக கிழிச்சு அந்த breast cancer எடுக்கிறதுக்கு பதிலாக ஆம்பிட்லேருந்தே ஒரு ஸ்காரே இல்லாமல் உள்ளே போய் அந்த டியூமர் எடுத்துட்டு அதே சைஸ் அந்த breast சைஸுக்கு ஒரு prosthesis மாதிரி போட்டு வந்துட்டோம்னா that is going to be the future, already being done in several centers in the West. Next. இதான் finally the case presentation before you meet her. 26-year-old lady from West Bengal, ஒரு லம்போட வந்தாங்க. அல்ட்ராசவுண்ட் பண்ணி பார்த்தோம். It confirmed the presence of a tumor but no suspicious features of malignancy. So we are just about to embark upon surgery for malignancy as well, but so far இப்போதைக்கு கேன்சர் இல்லாத breast lumpsக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். கன்சென்ட் வாங்கிச்சு எண்டோஸ்கோபிக் breast lumpectomy-க்கு ப்ரொசீட் பண்ணோம். நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் ஸோ ஆர்ம்பிட் யூஸ் பண்ணி endoscopic instruments, it's a masterly slide here, attack the target breast lump and then you remove it. Next slide. Now this is the video, maybe you can just switch off the overhead lights so you can see that is the breast, this is the armpit, patient oda kai inga irukku. You can play the video. Yeah, so you can see, I'm just giving you a broad idea. We put காற்று அடிப்போம் உள்ள காற்று அடித்து இந்த ஸ்கின்னுக்கும் இந்த பிரெஸ்ட்டுக்கும் அடியில் இருக்கிற மசில் நடுவில் ஒரு கேப் கிரியேட் பண்ணுவோம். That's all. You can see the instruments are coming in and we use a new instrument that cuts and seals the tissues using ultrasound itself. கொஞ்சம் ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணுமா? நாங்கள் தான் கஷ்டப்பட்டோம். We don't want to put you through the same agony. So we'll make it very short. No household will be free from breast cancer by 2040. It's a statement from American Society of Cancer People. Although that may not apply to Tamil Nadu or India for some more time, it is going to broadly affect a lot of us. So அங்கே இருக்கிற டிஷ்யூஸை ப்ளீடிங்கே இல்லாமல் இந்த சில இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்ஸோட வெட்டிக்கிட்டு breastக்கு அடியில் போயிட்டுருக்கிறோம். We can forward it some more. You can see all the instruments have come. We create a tunnel into which the instruments come and we create a space there and the tumor, அதான் breast மேலேருந்து அழுத்துறோம், the tumor உள்ளே இருக்குது. So you can see the tumorக்குள்ளே ஒரு ஊசி போட்டு we identify the tumor there and now we are going to burn it on the tumor and we will see as drilling our way through inside to the tumor. Can forward a little bit more. We use a hook, we use a diathermy, we use ultrasonic energy, whichever one is, and you can see now we have reached the back of the tumor. So the inner aspect, the breast is sitting on a muscle, we go between the breast and the muscle and dig through that and now we've seen, you see it's beginning to come out. Like I didn't know. So that's you can see as an instrument ஒரு ஸ்க்ரூ மாதிரி இது வச்சு தான் நாங்கள் ஃபைப்ராய்ட்ஸ்லாம் எடுப்போம். லேடிஸ்க்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுற இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்ஸு திருப்பி லேடிஸ்க்கே யூஸ் பண்ணோம். அதை வந்து இட்ஸ் ஹோல்டிங் த என்டையர் டியூமர். யூ கேன் see that's the breast lump and the whole thing is just about to be shelled out. You can see small blood vessels. Obviously we cannot allow any bleeding inside for it to give a problem later, so we seal. It is an unusual bilobular டம்பல்ஸ் மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு பாருங்கள், டபுளாக இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ அது சிங்கிளாக இருந்தாலும் டபுளாக இருந்தாலும் we have to remove the whole thing. ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு சின்ன blood vessel we are coagulating with this and removing it and you can see the whole thing is coming out, about to come out. Last few fibers are being taken, various instruments used to free it and now you will see us bulty achieving that. The bulty achieving we roll it round and round. So then we know that it's free of all the surrounding tissues and you can see this is the armpit of the patient, that's the breast of the patient. Armpit மூலமா we are bringing that through the screw, we're bringing the whole thing out. You can see that's a tumor coming out through the armpit. A temporary, unfortunately temporary but happy occurrence is that the women get the breast is filled with air, so it will look a little larger, but that's temporary. Whole thing will come out, and that's how we remove the breast lump. Within a day, the patient was ready to go home, and that's the final. You can see the final scar. It's only in the armpit, nothing in the breast. It's a large breast with a large tumor, and so through the armpit, we used one of the natural lines in the armpit. அக்கல்ல வந்து நிறைய natural lines இருக்கு. அந்த one of the lines use பண்ணி இத பண்ணி எடுத்ததனால it came out so well. So that's the completion. Anything? Okay. So we made this until yesterday, but yesterday we discovered this is not the first. It's second after Delhi. One in Delhi. ஓரளவுக்கு தமிழ்நாடு is always second to Delhi so far. பாப்போம். Paves the way for all breast surgeries to become potentially scarless. Next slide. So that's about it. So potentially, the point I'm making is that every breast operation can eventually be scarless. So breast cancer ஒரு பெரிய கீழி இருக்குன்னு யாரும் நினைக்க தேவையில்லை. அந்த ஒரு எண்டிங்க்கு for that, towards that ending, this is the foundation. இதுதான் அதுக்கு அஸ்திவாரம். So that's my little 2 pence. The whole team is here and I'm open for questions. If you want to ask doctors, you can ask us. If you want to ask the patient, she's apparently online, nice enough to go to her internet cafe and come on Skype. She's on Skype?
It's only for lump, for the full removal.
Once you do this, next step we can do for full removal.
As of now, it's only lump.
But if you look at breast, 80% of breast operations are lump operations. Only 20% is full removal. So this will apply to more women. But this has made us very, very confident and sure that the next possibility, we will do a complete breast removal for cancer and put in prosthesis as well, so that the lady must come and go. முதல்ல we will take a CT volumetry of the breast, so we will know how exactly what's the volume of the breast, and we will remove that endoscopically and replace that with a prosthesis. Prosthesis now the artificial breast, like Angelina Jolie, which is not the same volume that she had before the surgery, so that the lady comes in and goes out looking the same, with just 2 scars in the armpit and with the tumor being out. That is, you're right, that is the next step.
Doctor, other surgery affordable
Same price. No difference in price. Only thing, it takes longer. Obviously, we've got some advantages since we've always been allowing innovations and giving the benefit to the patient. So,
but there is a pain in the armpit, because there it is here scarlet, and here pain.
Yeah. So I have 2 things for that. It's better to have pain in the armpit than to have pain on the breast itself. Number 1. Number 2 is, in order to make an omelette, it's impossible to make an omelette without breaking an egg. So you have to break an egg to make an omelette. The root, there will be some.
How long it take to cure?
2 days she was pain free. Oh, you can ask her whether she has got pain now. It's what, 10 days now? It's about 10 days since she did the operation. She left within 3 days. You can ask her now and see if she's got any pain.
Age limitation.
I mean, I think in India, about 50, 60, they may not want to have, they may not mind a scar on the breast. But I think in the West, every woman, they're busy getting married at 70. I mean, it's not making fun of a culture. They're more conscious of beauty, generally speaking, in the West. If you look at cosmetic surgery, nose surgery, breast surgery, women above the age of 16 putting in there, it's 5 times or 6 times as much as India. So there is undoubtedly a huge volume of women undergoing cosmetic surgery 60 to 70. So certainly they wouldn't want to have a scar on their breast. So certainly Stanford, for example, Harvard, all these, so many of the top centers, Stanford was the first to start publicizing this. Western coast, so from Los Angeles, very cosmetically conscious women, a lot of them have this surgery. She's there. That's the lady. She can see us? Hello? Hasina? हसीना क्या सुन सकते हैं? अगर हम बात करें हसीना धन्यवाद हसीना क्या सुन सकते हैं? बहुत धन्यवाद वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस करने के लिए। हेलो हसीना, हसीना, हेलो हसीना, क्या मेरा आवाज सुन सकते? वेस्ट बेंगाल मुझे हिंदी वेस्ट बेंगाल बेस्ट
हसीना কেমন আছেন? এখানে কেমন আছে? ভালো। হাসিনা ভালো, কোনো ব্যথা নাই? কোনো ব্যথা আছে কি? হ্যালো, ব্যথা আছে কি? নাই।
क्या बेटा है?
ব্যথা কোনো কষ্ট আছে? নাই, কিচ্ছু নাই।
कस्टमर का सुना बेटा ना बोली क्या बेटा है? गुड अभी क्या 10 दिन हो गया ऑपरेशन करने के बाद? क्या 10 दिन हो गया अभी? 10 दिन या 15 दिन? 10 days।
কতদিন হয়? 10 দিন, 10টা দিন ऑपरेशन। हाँ।
यहाँ पर नेटवर्क थोड़ा सा स्लो चल रहा है, इसी वजह से समझ नहीं आता।
नेटवर्क ठीक है। So can
if you have any
or you want to
has any doubts,
you know Bengali?
oh good come here. Oh please.
Yes. Very nice. Huh?
Hasina.
Hello, this is Alka.
Come near the laptop.
Speak in Bengali, you know.
You can speak close to the laptop.
Yeah, हसीना।
क्या?
हेलो, आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा था जब डॉक्टर पहली बार आपके पास आए और उन्होंने बोला कि वो लोग ऐसी सर्जरी करेंगे जहाँ पे आपको एक स्कार तक नहीं मिलेगा आपके ब्रेस्ट में?
जब हमको तो नहीं पता, हम आपको बताते ये हम कर सकता तो हम करते थे।
मैं समझ नहीं पाई, वापस बोलेंगी प्लीज?
हमको तो नहीं पता, वीडियो कॉल नहीं पड़ेगा तो बाद में
She speaks Bengali.
करके वीडियो कॉल नहीं होता है।
You have a she speaks.
You ask her, she's
No, I can understand, but it's not. Voice is breaking.
No, not right. Ask her again.
हसीना मैं सुन नहीं पाई, आप वापस बोल सकती हैं?
हमारे हमें बताया था इस जगह पर पता
अच्छा
वीडियो हमें बताया था इस जगह पे बताया तो हम गए।
अच्छा आपको किसी ने बताया था इसलिए आप उस जगह पे गए थे?
हाँ, वीडियो हमें बताया था।
अच्छा, आपको डॉक्टर्स पे भरोसा था कि बिना कोई स्कार के आपका ऑपरेशन अच्छे से हो जाएगा?
हाँ।
अच्छा, so she's saying she trusted the doctors that without any scar she'll be recovered very
Nice.
ठीक है, थैंक यू हसीना।
धन्यवाद।
Thank you. Anybody has any other English speaking?
सर आपको अच्छा बता दिया ना, इसका आगे कोई पूछने का जरूरत नहीं। हो गया बस।
I just tell her thanks. You know, thank you, Hasina.
धन्यवाद।
Dhanyawad. Thank you very much. Okay. বলো না
স্যার আপনাকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ বলছেন আর বলছেন আপনি খেয়াল রাখবেন আর পরে আপনার সঙ্গে একটা কথা হবে নমস্কার
So she's from a low middle class family. She's not a head person, but she has a right to have a scarless surgery. You know, so I believe that when we started laparoscopic surgery, also people used to say, "Yeah, na padakarangalukku." Ena portha varaikum, the people who need to go back and work every day in the fields. Avungalukku we must do laparoscopic surgery. I think everybody should have the same rights. So I think just because she's from a low middle class family, maybe she won't go to cocktail parties. Doesn't mean she should have a scar on her breast. So, and it's not done at incredibly low rates, and she's very happy.
So how common are these non-cancers now?
Very common. It's a good question. If you look at breast lumps, 80 to 90% of breast lumps tend to be non-cancerous. Breastல கட்டியிருந்தா லேடிக்கு எனக்கு கேன்சர் வந்துருச்சுன்னு தூங்காம தான் இருப்பாங்க. அதை ஒரு ஊசி போட்டு டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுவோம், ஸ்கேன் பண்ணுவோம், ஆப்ரேட் பண்ணுவோம், கடைசியில் எடுத்துருவோம், அடுத்து எடுத்துருவோம். இங்கே வந்து 80% 90% will be benign. 10% 20% தான் depending on which state it will be cancer. But all 80 or 90 women have to have a scar on their breasts and carry that scar every time they look at themselves in the mirror. So அவங்களுக்கு வந்து வடு இல்லாமல் பண்ணுறதுனால பெரிய அட்வான்டேஜ். And yes, as you were saying, once you have an access to go to a room. அது வந்து ஒரு விஷயம் எடுக்கலாம், ரெண்டு விஷயம் எடுக்கலாம், 4 விஷயம் எடுக்கலாம். அதே போல் இந்த பேஷண்ட்ஸுக்கு இந்த ஆக்சஸ் இருக்கிறதுனால we will be very very soon doing for all breast cancers also routinely like this. I don't know how many of you were there earlier, but in the eye breast scan we have another new type of scan for breast which picks up very very early breast cancer. It's a US FDA approved. அது இப்போ மாஸ் ஸ்க்ரீனிங்கில் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். அது வந்து பிக்கப் ஏர்லி பிரெஸ்ட்னால காம்பினேஷன் இது மாதிரி எண்டோஸ்கோபிக் பண்ணால் ஒரு லேடிக்கு சீக்கிரமாக பிடிச்சிடலாம், ஸ்கார்லெஸ்ஸாகவும் பிடிச்சிடலாம். நைஸ் காம்பினேஷன்.
Surgery will cost us.
Sir, we do this entire surgery for her in to out was something like 60,000 rupees or so. It is hardly anything.
thyroid
Maybe little bit more for thyroid. And all the thyroids we did were covered by insurance. So thyroids are covered. Even இந்த மாதிரி இன்சூரன்ஸே இல்லை. ஸோ என்னால் இவ்வளோ தான் கொடுக்க முடியும். நாங்கள் டிசைட் பண்ணது வந்து நாங்கள் ஒரு பேனல் மாதிரி உட்காந்து இல்லை, எனக்கு இவ்வளோ தான் கொடுக்க முடியும், இதுக்கு எல்லாம் பண்ணி முடியுதுன்னு சொன்னாங்க. நாங்கள் ஓகே. ஸோ once insurance comes in, insurance fixes about so much.
So while operating, you have said that you use very precise instrument, that is hooks and screw that you use.
Yes.
Is there any chance that would break or get stuck in the body?
I mean, yeah, sometimes in 1 or 2 cases, not these, but others, they have been stuck. Like you do a big fat fibroid in the uterus, put it full of twist பண்ணி இருக்கும்போது உடஞ்சி உள்ள நிற்கும். So then we have to make sure. That's why we have people don't understand what's the cost. சும்மா என்ன பண்ணாங்க, சார்ஜ் பண்ணாங்க. அதை அவாய்ட் பண்ணணும்னா you need to have a transparent operating table, so you can slide an X-ray into that, move a special instrument. That instrument will be used only for that. Take an X-ray, and even any small pieces there that will show us, and then we will go and remove it. So yes, when we take in new instruments, oh yeah. So no, you can say that. You're just saying we are happy to talk to doctors.
We will have some series of programs. We will be addressing all the doctors, especially practitioners, who will be referring cases to us for breast tumors. Then secondly, there are certain hospitals which we would like to address. The first one we have chosen is Sir Ivan Smith Hospital on last Thursday of July, where we will take this surgery and show those laparoscopic surgeons there and initiate a process whereby the doctors take up the cost of leaving no scar on the breast. It is a very important issue, and particularly this age is the age for scarless surgeries, and that too women want scarless surgeries. So this message will be taken to all the doctors in and around China. Thanks to our chairman Dr. Rajkumar, we will definitely extend this message to all the doctors coming. Thank you.
So we also have a small 2-minute video clip of the lady. She's speaking in Hindi. English, Hindi, just before she left, she said she has a small child, so she cannot.
मेरे पेट में जब बच्चा आया था तब मुझे स्तन में बहुत
She has a small child. Painful lump.
उसके बाद मेरा बच्चा हुआ 9 महीने में सिजारियन कर दी। उसके बाद दिखा रहे थे फिर कोई भी वीजा नहीं मिला। उसके बाद हिंदू अंकल ने हमें यहाँ का पता बताया, डॉक्टर J.S. राजकुमार का। फिर हम यहाँ पर आए। यहाँ पर आकर उन्होंने हमें ऑपरेशन के बारे में बताया, सर्जरी था उसके बारे में। तो हमने बोला ठीक है, तो वो ऑपरेशन हमने किया। तो अब हम बहुत अच्छा फील कर रहे हैं और कोई कटा कट नहीं किया। ऑपरेशन था, कोई कट नहीं किया और हम डायबिटीज पेशेंट भी हैं, तो इसके लिए थोड़ा सा डर लग रहा है।
She's diabetic, so
everything is fine. Some ICU says everything is good, and I feel much better than now.
she's a diabetic, so why are that scar on the
आई हूँ इस वजह से मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हूँ क्योंकि मेरा पूरा जो दर्द था वो चला गया है और अब मैं बिल्कुल अच्छा महसूस कर रहा हूँ। अच्छा लग रहा है कि मैं यहाँ पर आई हूँ और मैं इसका जनरल बने और मैं यहाँ पर आकर हिम्मत ने मुझे बताया था कि कोई खतरा नहीं है, तो मुझे कोई खतरा नहीं है।
basically she's happy. Don't speak too much. He doesn't tell Puliyoda inauguration le pesa mari aayega. So santosham irukanga avladha, that's all about it. So yes, you have any more doubts? We are happy to answer that.
This is a good start. On translation of this, what she said.
Basically this.
Basically,
Thank you, doctor.
all understood.
Please join us for snacks. Thank you again for coming, all of you. Also, once more to everybody, in the press release we had said first in India, but we found there's been one solitary report from Delhi. So we are probably second in the country and first, certainly we are first in South India. We don't want to be accused of giving wrong information. Thank you.